YouTube is by far, hands down, the king of video, but that doesn't mean that all videos are created equal. In fact, what kind of video you may end up creating can also impact how you create it as well. So let me kind of go over 4 categories. Now within these, there's a lot of different kinds of ways you can do the video, but I kind of want to give you a broad overscope, is that the word? Overview of the types of videos. And this will help you kind of as you're thinking about your YouTube video journey. First up, shorts. Probably my least favorite type of content. True, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention them because I have done them in the past. Up until recently, shorts were vertical videos up to a minute, but now shorts can be square format, still vertical, and they can be up to 3 minutes long. So what happens is if you do a vertical or a square video and it's under 3 minutes, YouTube will automatically determine it's a short video. Now, if you don't want to do shorts, we'll talk about that in just a minute. Now, one thing about YouTube extending the length, it does give you a little bit more leeway to tell more of a story or share more. I always found like the 1 minute very kind of constrictive, which is funny coming from the world of television where we worked in like 30 seconds and 10 seconds and 15 seconds. So you'd think a minute I'd like, but I didn't care for the format. To create shorts, I would just grab your phone, turn it vertical. In other words, you're looking at it this way, not sideways, and hit record and just do a short that way. The reason I'm always an advocate for using your phone is because you're not tied to any app and therefore you always have a copy of it. I always back up everything to like iCloud and Google Drive and even Amazon Photos, which by the way, if you didn't know that, Amazon Photos, if you're an Amazon Prime member like me, you get free unlimited photo storage. You have to pay extra for the video. You can also use the YouTube app to create shorts. Now, there's not a separate shorts app. You literally just, if you don't have YouTube on your phone, not the studio, just YouTube app, just download it. And when you go to create, you'll see the option to create shorts there. Now, there are a lot more tools and effects you can do that if you want to do that using the YouTube app. And you can also save a copy of that to your phone as well. What I wouldn't recommend doing if you're going to do vertical video is don't take your TikToks, don't take your Instagram Reels and repurpose them. You can do that, but I've heard that YouTube doesn't like that and they may not get the love that you want to see. And besides, it's just the lazy way of creating. Next up, vlogs. This hands down is one of my favorite types of formats. If you haven't heard of Casey Neistat, I would highly recommend you check out Casey Neistat. It's just amazing to watch what he can do. Vlogs are, a lot of times you see these as day in the life, people sharing things. Now, I've seen faceless vlogs and I've seen vlogs where people are in it like this. But a lot of times vlogs have more shots in them. Sometimes it could be a combination of inside video and outside video. Sometimes it's people kind of going through their days. Sometimes it's showing things. And then a lot of times you'll have people talking to the camera like this. What I would recommend if you want to do vlogs is think about shorter type of clips. Again, it's not like you can't sit down on a park bench and talk about something or riff on something. But a lot of times vlogs are made up of different types of shots, either around the city or around your home or around your job site or something like that. So that is a way that you can add a little bit more life to a vlog. To me, vlogs are a lot more personable when you're kind of seeing a glimpse into somebody's life. At least that's one way to do a vlog. Now, you can use any camera to shoot vlogs, but what I would recommend is something like maybe your iPhone, because probably you have a phone with you all the time, and that is a camera, and sometimes the phones are better than some of the cameras you'll buy out there. But you'll have it, and it's just easier to shoot and be in the moment, because I do think there's something about the vlogs being more kind of lifelike, if you will, and their movement, and if you're not having to burden yourself down with a lot of gear, it might help. Another one of my favorite cameras is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Love it. And you got a little gimbal head built into it. DJI is not sponsoring this, but you could do that, or you could do an action camera. DJI also makes action cameras. There's GoPros, but sometimes I think the smaller the camera when vlogging can just help you vlog more. And when it comes to editing your vlog, and here's a pro tip, especially if you're not used to editing, delete the clips you don't need. If you're brand new to editing and you're on a Mac, try iMovie. iMovie is really simple to use, and it's easy just to drop your clips in. There's even a phone version of it. I'm a desktop guy, but you can use it and you can easily put your clips together, and then you can export that and publish your vlog onto YouTube. Next up, long form videos. So think of it as the extreme opposite of shorts. There's no set length to a long form video. Literally, long form videos can be 3 or 4 minutes up to hours. I mean, there are some videos on there, more video podcasts, which is a type of long form video that I've seen for an hour and a half, 2.5. There are some channels that I follow that are really more long form / video podcast type channels. They may do hour and a half videos. And I like those because I feel like it's more in depth. How do you do long form? This is one way, like a talking head video sitting down at my desk with my desk set up. This is a long form video that I'm sharing some information, like, for example, the types of videos you can do on YouTube. But long form could be anywhere. It doesn't have to be at a desk. You could do a long form tutorial. You could do a long form informational type video. You could do a long form vlog. I just find that the longer the vlogs are, they're a little harder to follow. That's just a personal thing. As far as recording your long form, like right now, I'm recording this on my computer. I'm using Riverside. They're not sponsoring this, but that's what I'm using to record this. But there's a lot of other programs you can use as well. You can also record it in your camera, which means you actually record it in your camera, put it on an SD card, and you pop that into your computer to edit. And neither one of those is the only way to do it. It's just I do different things. Sometimes I record on my camera, sometimes I record on my desktop. It's really just kind of the mood I'm in or how I want to create it. So I mentioned video podcasting when I was talking about long form. That is kind of a category inside of long form. And yes, you could actually do a long form, a long video podcast, and then you could actually chop it up into vertical videos and square videos, and you could share those other places too. Technically, this is a video podcast. I'm sharing information, I'm talking it out, and I'm also going to mark this as a podcast on YouTube, which is huge because podcasts on YouTube Music show up and point you back to the channel. So if you really want to grow with long form, consider video podcast as part of that long form. And by the way, I did write a book with my buddy Ross Brand about video podcasting called Video Podcasting Made Easy. If you want to check that out, there's a link down below. Next up is live streaming. If you've never gone live before, I'm going to strongly encourage you try it. Just try it once. It's a rush. I mean, it's absolutely rush being able to hit live and know that you are out there right then in the moment, regardless of what happens. And then you can get people interacting with you too. And that's fun as well. I've been very blessed in my YouTube career to be able to live stream with and for Ecamm Live and also StreamYard. And that was a hoot. The thing about live streaming, you can live stream with anything. I mean, you can live stream with your phone, with a GoPro, with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, with a webcam, with this camera I have connected to my computer. Almost anything you have, you can use to live stream. You can live stream inside a studio like I'm doing. You can live stream on the go. The advantage sometimes to live stream, and people may not know this or think about this, is like you get a 2-for-1 type of video. Here's what I mean. When you live stream, it's going out live the first time, right? And YouTube gives a little bit more preference to live streams from what I understand. But when the live stream is over, then you get a video that lives on your channel as well. And what you'll find, if you're like most people, the majority of your views on your live stream will come on the playback. So think about that. You do live the first time, you get those views, and then it lives as a video that continues to get views. So you kind of do one video once that gets double the exposure. Now, I didn't do this video just to promote books, but since I did write a book called Live Streaming Made Easy, I'll put a link to that down in the description. The key to doing videos on YouTube is try different things. Don't feel like, well, I only do this and I have to stay locked into that. Try shorts if you want to. You may like them. Try vlogs. Try long form videos. Try tutorials. Try behind the scenes. Do vlogs. Do live streaming. So instead of thinking about these as or, think about them as and, especially if you're new and you haven't started, or you started and you're still growing. Just try different things to see what fits for you, because you may go into this thinking, I'm only going to do shorts, and find out you like video podcasting and you like long form. And that's what resonates more with an audience. And as you keep growing, YouTube is going to help you. They're going to give you all the information you need in your analytics. Sometimes I think it's a little overwhelming, but there's enough there. And there's other tools you can use as well. So the key to all of this is, if you want to create videos and if you want to make YouTube videos, just start. pick something and go, and change as you grow. And if you need more help with YouTube and videos, check out the videos on the screen now. I hope this helped you, and I'll see you in the next video.